What happens when you chase love and freedom at 18, only to find yourself tangled in a life you never imagined? Ethan, barely out of high school, thought he had it all figured out. With a heart full of dreams and a reckless streak, he packed a single bag and left his small-town life behind to move in with his two girlfriends, Mia and Lauren, and Mia's 6-month-old daughter, Lily. It sounded like a bold adventuria chance to build a family on his own terms. But life, as Ethan would soon learn, has a way of rewriting even the boldest plans. Ethan met Mia and Lauren at a summer music festival, where the air buzzed with freedom and possibility. Mia, with her bright laugh and fearless spirit, drew him in first. Then came Lauren, quiet but fiercely intelligent, her eyes holding a depth that made Ethan feel seen. The three of them clicked in a way that defied explanation, their connection a whirlwind of late-night talks and shared dreams. When Mia revealed she was a single mom to Lily, Ethan didn't flinch. He saw a chance to be something more: a protector, a partner, maybe even a father. So when they invited him to move into their cramped city apartment, he said yes without hesitation. The first weeks were a blur of joy and chaos. Ethan learned to change diapers, warm bottles, and soothe Lily's cries at 3 a.m. Mia's energy kept the house alive, her laughter filling the gaps between sleepless nights. Lauren, the planner, made schedules, budgeted their meager funds, and kept them grounded. Together, they felt unstoppable, a makeshift family carving out their own path. Ethan, who'd grown up in a house of rules and silence, found warmth in their shared mess-spilled cereal on the counter, Lily's toys scattered across the floor, and stolen kisses in the kitchen. But cracks began to show. Mia and Lauren, despite their love for each other and Ethan, had their own history: arguments that flared over old wounds, unspoken expectations that simmered beneath their smiles. Ethan, caught in the middle, tried to mediate, but his inexperience often left him fumbling. Money was tight. Ethan's part-time job at a coffee shop barely covered his share of the rent. Lily's needs were endless: formula, clothes, doctor visits, and the weight of responsibility pressed harder each day. Ethan started to feel less like a partner and more like a kid playing house. One night, everything unraveled. Mia came home late, her eyes red from crying. She confessed she'd been offered a job in another state, a better-paying one that could support Lily. But it meant leaving Lauren and Ethan behind. Lauren, hurt and angry, accused Mia of abandoning their dream. Ethan, torn between the two, felt his own dreams slipping away. He loved them both, but could he choose one over the other? Could he raise Lily alone if they both left? The apartment, once a haven, felt like a cage. The next morning, Ethan woke to find a letter on the kitchen table. It was from Mia, her handwriting shaky but resolute. She was leaving for the job, not out of selfishness, but for Lily's future. She asked Ethan and Lauren to join her, to start fresh together. But there was a catch. The job started in 2 weeks, and they'd need to decide together or apart. Lauren, reading over Ethan's shoulder, was silent, her face a mask of pain and indecision. Ethan's heart pounded. At 18, he'd wanted freedom, love, a life of his own making. Now, he faced a choice that could break the fragile family they'd built. Should he follow Mia, chasing stability for Lily, but risking his bond with Lauren? Or stay with Lauren, holding on to the dream they'd started, even if it meant struggling alone? The weight of it all: love, duty, and the unknown pressed down on him. In the quiet of the morning, with Lily babbling in her crib, Ethan realized something profound. Family wasn't just about love. It was about sacrifice, about choosing the harder path for those who mattered most. He looked at Lauren, her eyes searching his, and felt a flicker of hope. They could face this together, not as kids chasing a fantasy, but as adults building something real. Ethan took Lauren's hand and said, "We'll figure it out. For Lily. For us." The words felt heavy, but they carried a promise. Life had shocked him with its complexity, but it also showed him what he was capable of: love that endured, choices that shaped a future. Whatever came next, Ethan knew they'd face it as a family, redefined by their struggles and bound by their shared heart.